Excuse me. Sorry. Good morning, everybody. This is Soulmate Guy, as usual. And time for some morning news. Yeehaw. I'm excited. We've got 3 today. Hop into them. These are all from today. The rest are
YouTube, Peter Disc, hi.
Hey,
Hand
Peter.
pink waving, face blue smiling.
Welcome on, Peter.
The air brewing to stand up to Donald Trump and Elon Musk, and it's spreading across the country. People are pissed.
No, that's an understatement. A stand up against Donald Trump is spreading like wildfire. The resistance is alive and well. And no, I don't. I don't feel sorry for these billionaires, millionaires. Not at all. They have been sitting here using us ants as slaves for many years. We're getting together and realizing our strength. Now, unlike resistances of the past where death and murder happened, this one's a bit, well, shall I say, different.
You feel the momentum shift of what's taking place right now? It is seismic, and it's not just in Democratic areas.
No.
It's in Republican areas, independent blue states, red states, purple states. Take a look at this. In a Trump plus 16 district, here's MAGA Republican Representative Glenn Grotham in Wisconsin holding a town hall. Watch what went down. Play this clip.
President Trump has issued a lot of executive orders. I think by and large this is very quickly compared to other administrations. And I think across the board, he's done some very good things. I think he's offered a birthright citizenship.
How about MAGA Republican Congress member Scott Fitzgerald?
Old Mage Guy is now live,
Play this clip.
streaming politics, morning news with
Shout
OMG.
the latest gains and upcoming
YouTube said that time too. It's perfect.
Enjoy a credit. Member Scott Fitzgerald. Watch what went down. Here, play this clip.
When will you stand up to them and say that is enough?
The end result of the fraud abuse that
Okay, this guy. I'm going to take that back just a little bit.
President Trump has issued a lot of executive orders. I think by and large this is very quickly compared to other administrations.
First,
and I think
one,
across the board, he's done some very good things. I think he's got rid of birthright citizenship.
Or how about MAGA Republican Congress member Scott Fitzgerald? Watch what went down. Here, play this clip.
When will you stand up to them and say that is enough?
Just him.
The end result of the fraud and abuse that has been discovered already.
All that is happening. You have momentum moving as well.
Yeah. People are noticing. And they're getting fed up.
Well, in Nebraska, you had Bernie Sanders, Senator Sanders, holding his own event with about 2,500 people attending, 800 people in the overflow area,
Nice.
rallying people against Donald Trump and Musk. And again, it's not just Democrats or independents, people or Republicans. It's people who weren't even paying attention to politics, but they're learning that they're getting fired or their friends are getting fired. Disabled veterans are getting fired. Government workers are getting fired. And Elon Musk and
Their friends and family on disability are being threatened for the money that they barely survive on. And it's not enough. Even for someone who's worked their entire life, retirement disability is only $1,500 a month. Many of you out there work jobs and know how much and how far that goes to you for you directly. Imagine how much it goes for people like Dad, or me, and not getting even $1,000 a month. And they're trying to threaten that. People are waking up. People are coming up for air. And I love to see it. We need more. And we need to work together to take care of this fucking threat. He's not just a threat to us. Sorry, they, as in Trump and Musk. They're not just a threat to us, they're a threat to the whole world. And it's on us.
Trump they're going into your Social Security info, your Medicaid info, your medical records, your tax records, and they're just taking them. And then they're saying they're billionaires and they should be able to do it. What are we watching? Take a look at Bernie Sanders right here. Play the clip.
Didn't want you to miss the clip, just miss my notes.
People are pissed. Here is another Republican constituent.
It's so much so that there are friends going around on Twitter where there are conversations being had without all the words, and everybody understands what's being said. Everyone. It's not said, but it's said. Sort of shit. So yeah, I'm still out here doing my typical thing and being a voice for reason. And reminding the group. Because even they came to it themselves. But the ants are starting to wake up. It's like, look at that tasty berry. Look at that tasty berry. If we're going to be disobedient in said light, do it right. You don't kill. Be Batman. We're already fighting Kingpin.
Not happy
YouTube,
with their
Vincent Jackson, hey bro.
Hello. How you doing this morning, bud?
YouTube, Vincent Jackson. I was panicking this morning before work, that's why I chatted so early, my bad.
Oh, you're fine, dude. 100% you're fine. Unless I say something to you on the stream when I'm sleeping, I ain't got a problem. As a matter of fact, Science slowed down the stream due to, it looks like, a lot of sound alert going on. That didn't bother me whatsoever. I started turning the computer down to half volume. So that way I can't be woken like that anymore. It works. Oh.
YouTube, Vincent Jackson. I'm depressed, bro. I need help.
Yeah. That's why we're set up on Discord, buddy. Thankfully, it's a short little session for the news today, and we can start working on that right afterward if you're up for it. I don't know what your work schedule looks like at the moment, so. Like I said, that's a topic of private matter, so I don't go too deep into it on stream. I may not be a professional, but I still try to use some professional courtesy. Just like I don't psychoanalyze everybody who comes in my room. Some people I do. You gotta start being a dick first. And there's only so much you can analyze over the internet, too. Loki, it's not hot back there, cut it out.
Republican representative. I want you to watch this. This virtual town hall. Play this clip.
I'm a registered Republican voter, retired active army officer. How can you tell me the notes?
YouTube, Vincent Jackson. I forgot this is your morning news.
You're good, bud.
Washington, D.C., without even getting out into the field. After about a week or
None of that was a standout in trouble or anything.
that it's okay to cut
I'm not getting after you. Not at all.
benefits.
A couple things. Let me give you an example. Did you know that the VA was in charge of payments for illegals for housing? Basically, the VA.
No, I'd like for you to send me. Could you send me that reference so I could research that? Because no, I'm not aware of that. And I would tell you that that's a red herring, a false flag. If you're throwing that kind of political stuff up, trying to cut veterans benefit, that's very alarming.
Now, more chaos from Donald Trump and Elon Musk. Donald Trump announced late on Friday that he is replacing the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Charles C. Cooper, who Donald Trump appointed to lead the Air Force in 2020. You have General C.Q. Brown, decorated general, Donald Trump getting rid of him.
Ugh.
And as Fred Wellman said, yes, Trump just fired the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the chief of the Naval Ops, and the vice chief of the Air Force, but they fired the top chiefs of the Army, Navy, and Air Force too. Those are the top lawyers who work in the departments. Why would you put the top lawyers in the military? That's the part you should be asking about. It's because you want someone not to tell you no when you want to break the law. That's one of the really horrific things they did.
Actually,
Fred
fair
Wellman,
point.
veteran, wrote that, works with the Midas Touch Network. Obviously, it's disgusting that Donald Trump fired this distinguished general, General Charles C.Q. Brown. One of the reasons, obviously, is because Donald Trump's firing black.
The generals we have are there for a reason. They're not there for show. They're not a figurehead. And to the most part, they typically serve a rather distinguished service. We do not have any reason to be firing these generals in a sane world. Maybe if we were in a world that was peaceful, yeah, that's not the case. And we are not a peaceful species. We are a fearful and hateful species. So, getting rid of your generals, who are, well, just short of your masterminds of your military, it's not foolish. It's sabotage. It's quite literally sabotage. There's no two ways around that. And if you've been a Trump-Elon supporter up until now, or still are, I'm going to come at you from the point of someone of a tactical mind. These generals have been around long enough to see these tactics at play. All the tactics that you and I may read about in the different books, these motherfuckers actually got to see it happen. They've ran them. That is the most knowledge our military has at what they do. And Trump wants to fire them, and you're just going to let him do it? Are you all going to let fucking Trump, because he's Trump who says he's going to do all this for you, destroy your military force and remove your generals that have worked up to that part by serving you? Dishonor on you all, for real, if you're going to accept that. You have no honor. And that's proof. I would be wondering. I'm still curious about your integrity, though I think that's gone too. But you have no honor. If you are not willing to stand up for the generals that have spent their lives serving your ass and protecting your ass, you have no honor. You don't know what that word means. If you are fucking trying to still follow Trump. Just the other day, Bannon sat there and did the Nazi salute on stage. And he was chuckling about it. If you haven't figured it out yet, T is the new fucking swastika. No, it's not armbands, it's red hats that say, "Make America Great Again." This is not a joke. This is not even close to a, oh, is there a small couple of coincidences? No, the fuck they aren't. And there's a lot more than that. Said it once, I'll say it again. You guys aren't playing with fire. You're trying to play catch with live nuclear warheads. Stop it. You're being stupid. You're being really, 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 really fucking stupid. The crate you pulled that out of says don't drop. But apparently you guys couldn't read the smaller print that said highly explosive. What the fuck? Handle with care. Hey, let's play catch. Okay. I get you're bored. Playing catch with nuclear football is not how you solve your boredom. That's how you commit suicide. Sorry. Mass murder suicide. That's how you go down in infamy as one of the worst motherfuckers to ever live on the planet. That's how you start a world war.
YouTube, Hinson Jackson, you gotta post a short of Dublin hashtag Happy Cataday.
Fair enough. I'm gonna make that happen. Plan's already in motion. I turned off the sink. She loves that sink.
Leaders. but he fired General Charles C. Brown via social media post without even telling the general before, and then also fired all those other people. Yesterday, Donald Trump had the governors at the White House, and he picked a fight
YouTube, Hinson
at the
Jackson.
White
What's
House
for
in
breakfast,
public.
bud?
I got coffee. It's peppermint coffee this time. Cold brew. $2. I was like, I can swing that, and that works as a creator, so to speak, as well. So I got the cold brewed peppermint mocha from Starbucks and stuff. Twisty jar, one you get at the grocery store. We've got a grocery chain called Grocery Outlet up here. You guys probably have it down there, if I'm not mistaken. But get a lot of things like that that are on discount. Things that didn't sell too well, but are still good shit. As well as some regular staples that are a little less expensive. Kind of like a last ditch shop before it's not able to be sold whatsoever anymore. Oh, yeah, I could go on a bit something about that shit. The waste of food in this country. Fuck. We quite literally waste so much food in this country that we could be feeding the homeless. And then some. But instead, we have laws and regulations in place to where if you get caught going into these dumpsters as a homeless person trying to get a meal, you end up locked up. It is no joke being homeless. Not up here. I was homeless in Salem for 6 months, year and a half total. I was a couple months homeless up there in Washington. Yeah, got out of the homeless scenario, but it wasn't a good one that I got into. But there in Salem, you got caught going through a dumpster, and you were likely to do a little bit of time, at least the weekend, if it was the weekend. They held your ass overnight. Unless the store came out and went, no, I said he could. You fuck with him, and we're going to have problems. There were a couple stores that did do that. The ones that did, fucking... You know where we all went. But the food was still perfectly edible. Still in its package. There's nothing wrong with it. They just couldn't sell it. And because of some bureaucracy in place, it can't be just given to them. It has to be thrown out.
YouTube, Hinson Jackson. I could use an egg sausage and cheese McMuffin.
Oh, fuck yeah. I'll stick with the yeah, McMuffin. Never mind. I can't do their biscuit. It's too dry. I damn near just need a freaking, well, full thing of coffee to eat one of their biscuits. So fucking dry. I don't know how the hell it holds together. Bite into one of those things, my mouth is instant. Water! Where's the water? Where's the moisture? And then on top of that, it basically turns to pancake mix in your mouth. Fucking weird. But maybe that's just me too. Maybe I'm the weird one.
YouTube, Hinson Jackson, that McGriddles are good too. The syrup inside the break.
Yeah, I love that they have the syrup inside the bread of the muffin already. That shit is good. The one that Jack in the Box did wasn't too bad. It wasn't anywhere near as good, but it wasn't too bad. And they did the same thing, except did it with waffle instead of a muffin. I think it was muffin. It was pretty good, but it was no McGriddle.
With the Democratic governor from Maine, Governor Mills, she stood up to Donald Trump when he said to her, "I'm taking away your federal funding. If you don't say right now, you will obey me." And she's like, "Go screw yourself." She's like, "What are you talking about? I'll see you in court." Watch this moment from yesterday. Play this clip.
Is Maine here, the governor of Maine? Are you not going to comply with it? Well, we are the federal law. Well, you better do it. You better do it because you're not going to get any federal funding at all if you don't. And by the way, your population, even though it's somewhat liberal, although I did very well there, your population doesn't want men playing in women's sports. So you better comply because otherwise you're not getting any federal funding.
Am I the only one that thinks that sounds like a fucking bully? You better do it. You better do it. Oh, by the way, you did it. No, you better do it. Sounds like a bully to me.
Every state, good, I'll see it, good. I look forward to that. That should be a real easy one. And enjoy your life after governor, because I don't think you'll be in elected politics. Every state,
And of course, yesterday as well, the U.S.
Look me in the eye and tell me that's not a bully. And I'll look you back in the eye, then we need to educate you on what bully is.
Hinson Jackson, I don't get how Trump is president who has been indicted on many charges. WTF.
I can't explain. I just like that I can explain. I don't agree with it. Not even fucking close. But I can explain how. We got 20 seconds to come back for Twitch, and I'll explain. No text, sorry. So that's not the one that has Discord on it. Alright, we're back. So, comment was made. Someone doesn't understand how Trump be president. 34 count felon. Understandable. And what the fuck? Yeah, I get it. I do. And I can't argue. I am at the point of what the fuck too. But I know who I'm what the fucking. You see, Donald Trump has been, well, in the non-presidential time, not sitting by doing nothing. he's been constantly in court fighting not only a bunch of different charges, but filing charges himself. Filing injunctions and pleas to the Supreme Court. Well, sadly, Donald Trump's got friends on the Supreme Court. Very much has friends on the Supreme Court. I think it's Justice Brown I'm looking at sideways at the moment. One of the big ones. Kavanaugh's actually been a little bit better than we expected him to, though he's not the greatest. He is still trying to hold to some semblance of law. Yeah. Trump's there because they made a ruling that it was going to be up to the individual states whether or not it was going to be. He was able to be on the ballot for each individual state and able to run again. And then when one of the states said, well, he broke the law, we're not going to put him on there, the people of that state wanted him on there. The Supreme Court then said, you have to put him on there. Or is it Justice Jackson? It might be Justice Jackson that I was thinking of. Supreme Court justice that has taken a bunch of bribes recently. Clarence Thomas, sorry. Justice Clarence Thomas. Who has been noted for taking quite a few lavish gifts recently that he has not been reporting. I'll give you a few guesses where these gifts are coming from. And, yes, it's recorded. So, for those of you who didn't guess, yeah, it's coming from Trump and Friends. I should primarily say and Friends being these oligarchs who are currently up there tearing shit apart with him. Yeah, there's a reason why I keep saying I'm sorry to you Trump supporters. It's not because of what I've done. It's not because of what I'm going to do. It's because of how much you guys have been fucked. I'm not here out of anger against you guys. So, don't get me wrong. There are many times I do get upset and angry with you. That's not why I'm here. That's me getting very frustrated with y'all for not figuring this shit out. For not doing research yourself and actually looking into things. When half the time I'm sitting here, even on stream, Google, 2 seconds. And I've got written expressive disability to slow my ass down. As well as AU ADHD. So y'all don't have that much of an excuse. You really don't. Unless you are completely and utterly illiterate, and even then, Get yourself the Google Gboard on your phone, press the little Mikey, and talk to it. It'll do it for you. You guys are smart when you want to be. That's just it. It's when you want to be. Not necessarily when it's needed, not necessarily when it would be useful to either you, us, anybody, just when you want to be. And that's not really your fault. That's due to some shit you've been through. For real, that's due to some shit you've been through. A lot of you grew up where if you were smarter and you had some kind of idea what was going on, you spoke up, you got your ass beat. Believe it or not, that was abuse. Dublin, you know better. That was straight up abuse. That's not normal shit. And that was normal for... Okay. That was normal for the time. That doesn't mean that it was okay or should have been happening. We should have thought better of this as a species. As existing beings, we should have been thinking better than this.
YouTube, Hinson Jackson, damn brew.
That's why people
YouTube,
keep saying
Hinson Jackson, bring my bro Loki over.
He's in trouble. He's on timeout. As a matter of fact, how much longer does he have? An hour. Literally. Well, shit. Not literally, it's 4 minutes past 9. He gets to come out for breakfast. So... yeah. Big butthead decided he was going to potty inside the trailer because I didn't take him out right away. Excuse you. Stay off my table. You furry little monster.
YouTube, C2000, Emmett's debate. YouTube, Hinson Jackson, what did Loki do? YouTube, C2000, please. YouTube, C2000, remove. Thank you for following Radon XP. YouTube, C2000, close.
C2000, this is not the appropriate place or time for that kind of content. It's going to take a bit before I get back into making that kind of content, so I'm just not the most comfortable doing it.
YouTube, C2000, C briefs.
I don't wear briefs, so you're SOL.
YouTube, C2000, C banana.
Not on here.
YouTube, C2000, C erection.
C2000. You're just gonna have to wait till next time I do a Not Safe for Work stream up.
YouTube, C2000, Emmett's debate, 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 Emmett's.
That works, she broke TTS. It's not just dudes. And I actually do have a Not Safe for Work account. Actually, two. One I don't use anymore. And C2000 knows of said. I've kind of getting in trouble with my not safe for work community because I haven't done any of that for a while. So my thirsties are thirsty as fuck. To put it nicely. Say 2000, I'm going to meet you, buddy. I'm working on getting something set up. I might. No, I don't have an OnlyFans. I have RoboStreamer and a ChatUpay. Nice. Hey man, when you can. I won't ever hate on it. I actually been a friend of the community for a while. Have several friends that are in the biz and had been considering for a while. I am still a bit self-conscious. I'm not fretting too much. Call me weird. Taking money for something like that just doesn't feel right to me. No, it's more the act itself that doesn't feel right. Probably just the whole not in voyeurism kind of thing.
The stocks took a massive nosedive. Markets crashed yesterday after more reports showed worries about how Donald Trump's policies were already crashing the economy. The Dow Jones plunged 748 points, down almost 2.
Put it to you this way. Unless one of the reasons I am demisexual, or it's a whole need to have a bond with somebody, part of the reason for it is I appear to be good enough in bed that if I'm not in a relationship, I'm gonna be in a freaking friends with benefits kind of thing after the first time. So it's just like, no, I actually like to have a chance to find somebody, not just be somebody's play toy.
Its worst day of 2025 as tariff fears and more data about the weak economy grow. Remember when we would show you Fox's most hated ritual because they hate America, where they would have to show the economic data under former President Biden and every day it seemed the market was setting a new record and a new high, and they would be like, oh no, here we go again. They would be pissed. Well, let me show you what went down yesterday, where Fox reported, and they had to do it reluctantly to their viewers, that Trump was crashing our markets and crashing our economy. Play this clip.
All right, so the markets look to close weekly. So the week-to-date numbers, everybody's in the red. Rough day today, but we'll be right back here on Monday to do it all again.
Okay.
That's it for us. Cudlow's next.
I am not a martini.
Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry is a majestic castle nestled in the Scottish Highlands.
Hello, folks, and welcome to Cudlow. I'm Larry Cudlow. Stocks are swooning, and Charles Payne's going to help us out in just a little bit to tell us why all this is happening.
Back to what's going on throughout the streets right now. What's going on in the neighborhoods. In America, America isn't Twitter. America isn't X. And I know these spineless MAGA Republican cowards, these Congress members and senators who obey like little sheep whatever Donald Trump tells them to do. These despicable, pathetic, spineless human beings. But in the real world, when we're finding out that Trump and Musk and some freaking 19-year-old kids are getting access to we the people, our tax data, our medical files, our social...
I stopped and corrected it before. I'll stop and correct it again. One of the reasons why people haven't left had trouble with younger people is because you keep calling them kids. They're full grown-ass adults. Whether or not they're legally old enough to drink yet's another story. They have all the other rights and responsibilities. And you're just pissing them off and driving them away by still calling them kids. They're sick and tired of that shit. They have been. That is every single person that goes through that stage hates being called a kid at that point. Because we're not kids anymore.
Security information, tax payment systems, privacy matters, number one. Number two, the chaos, the safety, the security, the cruelty. They're made America not safe. There's like plane crashes happening all of the time right now. It seems like every day you hear another one. They're fire.
That said, if you're one of my viewers and you live in America, or you have to travel here in America, please don't do it by plane. I care about you too much to not ask you this. Until we can get safety people back in place, please stop flying. I understand the physics of flight very well. Once you're off the ground, the danger level is tenfold. Without us having proper people in place for keeping these protections and jobs filled and going properly, don't fly. Don't fucking do it. It's safer to take a fucking train. And even the trains aren't that safe. But they're safer than a fucking plane right now. It used to be safer to fly than it was to drive. It isn't anymore. It is a lot safer to drive now. And yeah, if you think that's a coincidence, I've got a little bit of news flash for you. Part of Trump's group is Big Oil. ExxonMobil. Exxon's biggest moneymaker is unleaded gasoline. Yeah. You're being rounded by some rich motherfuckers if you want to stay safe. Donald Trump's not the mastermind here, neither is Elon Musk. Mastermind's sitting back in the shadows. Putin's not the mastermind of this oligarchy. He's just the bigwig of the conglomerate. If there was any time that America is the land of confusion, it is now. And yeah, I'm talking about the disturbed description of the land of confusion. And I've been seeing it coming, and I'm not the only one. Obviously, I'm not the only one. Disturbed saw it. There's an old saying. You want to know what the people see? Ask the artists. It's an old bit of wise advice. Because if there's one thing that the artists have in spades, it's the ability to be of the people, with the people, even though they are at a higher monetary status or place. This is something only an artist can achieve. Without having a whole bunch of freaking grr and whatnot. Such as one of my viewers on here has a decent little slice of life for himself. And he does pretty good. And I would be surprised if he didn't get flack for it. He got it the old school way. By literally hard work. But he's also not some jackass, snotty-ass millionaire. His slice of life he has to work on daily. Physically work on. He's not paying somebody else to do it. He gets out there and does it himself. And he's well along in age. I mean, we're talking he's up there close to the same age as Trump and still doing this shit. And that's not the kind of gentleman that needs to be gotten after. That's the kind of gentleman that, if anything, the community rallies around. This is the kind of gentleman, he sees something, he got someone to take care of it, or help take care of it, that's needed, he's got it. He doesn't live too horribly far away from me. And honestly, I kind of like to go up there and see his little slice of life at some point. He says I'd hate it. We're on a secluded island. I'm like, dude, that doesn't bother me. When you actually have, it's like, yeah, and I may look like a city slicker, but ain't where I spent my life. I basically homesteaded quite a bit. Hello, Dave. Hola, hola. That kind of person, they don't deserve the flack. There are people that deserve the flack, especially right now. Honestly, there's a lot of or not a lot of people, but well, we got rich motherfuckers in every state. And I mean rich. What, it's the top 75% of wealth is held by like one person in each state spread out, not equally or anything like that. We each have a billionaire that is a POS trying to help along what's going on in our state. Research. Don't be indiscriminate. I mean, yeah. Discriminate what you target. Don't target those who aren't these people. Show the world that you're smart, America. Show the world that you're not Donald Trump stupid. I am nothing but a voice of reason and safety. I guess it would be fair to say that I'm an icon or a symbol. Of a group that really is done with the bullshit. I don't actually have names of any of these people. I don't know them at all. I see the conversations, and I interject with a little bit of logic. A little bit of rationality and sanity. I don't control, or not. I would not even loosely say I guide. I make suggestions. And my suggestions are not straightforward per se, but they're not dead set. Case in point of earlier on X, actually last night, someone decided to say the ants are organizing. And I responded, ooh, look at that tasty yacht. I mean, berry. Look at that tasty berry. Because that's the right kind of target. Find out what these people have. And, well, yo ho, Louise. You want pirates in America, Trump? Ho ho ho. You don't know what you asked for. Thing is, pirates have always had a code of honor. It's never been spoken. It's not supposed to need to be. If it needs to be, We've got somebody in the community we need to take care of. There is no honor among thieves, but there is honor among the crew, the team. And if there is nothing else that we are in sail under, it's that of honor. Because we are America. We are a melting pot of many people and nations. We are anything and everything, all in one. It just depends on what we decide to put our minds to and work together to accomplish. Because, yeah, they should be scared. My suggestion to any group that wants to go over, after a nice tasty berry, communicate with each other. Don't go small.
Bring the key people at all of these different agencies. They're replacing them with the worst of the worst. Here's an example of a C-SPAN caller from West Virginia who said that he was diabetic and on Medicare when Biden was in charge. Insulin was $6, and now when he went to CVS, it's back up to $80. Yes, and that's because, as we told you, Trump rescinded the executive orders by Biden to lower prescription drug prices. Play this clip.
Yeah. For those of you who didn't realize, Trump did it. Like we kept telling you, he said he was going to. But you kept listening to Fox News. And I keep telling you, Fox isn't playing that. None of these media sources are giving you guys the truth. Some of you listened. Midas Touch, the name station that I use for my cast here in the morning, has several Trump supporters, several MAGA loyalists. And several have changed their minds after seeing this shit for themselves. After seeing, no, these guys aren't using AI. There's no editing except for frame length. Normal news editing shit. Not twisting stuff around, not trying to churn headlines, but just trying to keep you informed. And this is coming from reporters that typically hang out in space, lawyers, governmental lawyers. And then even Michael Cohen, who was Trump's right-hand man during the first term, who Trump then absolutely fucked over. Cohen, even after all that, even after being locked up and held as a political prisoner by Trump, still testified against Trump. That's a man of honor and bravery, as well as integrity. And that's Michael Cohen on the Mea Culpa podcast. Supposedly it's the one in blue, not the one in red. I've heard of this too. I encourage you guys to go check this stuff out yourself just as much. If you want to come back for my commentary, I am not going to be upset. If you don't, I'm not going to be upset either. My goal is to get you the information. If that means I get you the information where to go and you go there, then so be it. Jess, no, I'm not a Democrat. As a matter of fact, I didn't vote Kamala. I didn't vote for Trump either. As usual, the last several years, it's more likely to be the Green Party. So in the end, my vote really doesn't count. Steph, all the news I've been telling you, all the information, is Democrat stuff. And that's because it's actually backed by science and facts. I can find and look at the data sheets. They actually have it. Otherwise, I wouldn't be supporting the left like this. I'd still be pissed off at Trump and his behavior, but I wouldn't be supporting the left like this. But if you're wondering, no, I'm not a Trump fan. As a matter of fact, don't leave me alone in a room with Trump or Elon Musk. I'm saying every conversation we've had has been based off of Democrat-influenced information. Me going through and getting the actual information about cloud seeding, that's technically some real lefty shit. Alright. Well, I'm still going too. I've got at least another video that I go through. Yeah. This is an every morning thing for me. I follow the Midas Touch News Network, which is a independent news media source here on YouTube. I prefer Anthony Davis of all their broadcasters. I've got a pretty good idea of it, yeah. And I find it extremely hypocritical that he's saying anything against immigration. Especially after having let his visa lapse. Because that's normally how we have illegal immigrants, other than migrant workers, which have a whole different system. And maybe that needs to be changed up as well. Maybe there needs to be more accountability and clarity coming from that sector of how many people who are not United States citizens are working here. How many people we have coming across and are paying taxes into the system. Maybe the public needs to see that. I could understand that 100%. Go ahead. What's up? Ask. Sorry, my jaw's a little stiff today. And now that you know my position, I'm not going to be an ass about it. I'm really going to try not to. Because that's kind of the point of my stuff. It's not so much to be an ass, but to get the message across. I'm still right. Alright. Blue is now off the timeout. And breakfast too. Yeah, if you want my opinion on something, all you gotta do is ask. I won't take offense. I won't take offense unless you ignore my answer. Then it's a different story. Timing. Come on, Ludiville. Come on, Momo. Breakfast. Come on. Food. Food. Well, I haven't even got food for you yet, baby girl. You got a couple more days. Eat up, buddy. Eat. Loki. Eat. Eat your breakfast. You can have water too. Eat. Have your breakfast. Don't be a booger. Yeah, it's yours. It's there for you. Eat. Goober puppy. Fair enough. Honestly, it's a smart way to look at life. Because even if someone doesn't seem smarter than you, doesn't mean that they don't have something they've learned you have. That's when I follow. That's part of the reason why I still listen and attempt to reach out. And the reason why I've learned not to judge. Because, especially like my adopted dad, he's pretty wise. But he's not the smartest. And that's okay. The wisdom he's learned over the years has helped him get by. And I see that. I take note. I listen. On Midas Touch. Didn't you set the... Oops. Oh, hey, not Crunchyroll. I'm not trying to watch some anime right now. This is what I expected to see looking it up. I noticed. Trust me. Okay. Influencer says Elon Musk has not publicly acknowledged their babysitter testimony. Elon opened a portal. A Mystery Babylon explains. I'm gonna have to go bathroom, damn it.
And my mother on her deathbed was putting some of this together because my mother, her whole life, my mom was a hustler, you know, like J-Lo with the hustler. My mom was a hustler who climbed that evil rank, but her whole life, she wasn't down plotting the end of the world. she was bad, but she drew the line. She said Mae Musk was at my birth very soon thereafter at the Kaiser Hospital in San Francisco, and Mae Musk named me Rosemary.
Okay, I'm sorry. I do need to come back. That's just it. I'm actually going to do it right here and now. Because if this video is a curiosity to you, it's curiosity to many more. Ooh, my body is not happy today. Go. I'll let you back here. Just your butt. And you'll get into everything if I leave you in the open space of the trailer. It's not immediate, is it? No, good. I will be back. I'm sorry if Loki starts barking. Sorry about that. All right, Bobo. Have fun eating. Come on, bud. Get it. Food. Get it, buddy. I just had to make an emergency trip to the bathroom, bud. You're all right. You didn't do nothing wrong. Eat. That was never fun. I'm back. Sorry about the delay. Okay. So we will take a look at that. In that case, that will be a separate video.
Yes, ma'am. I'm calling from West Virginia, which is a red state for Donald Trump, and they have a place called Indian Public Debt. And a lot of my neighbors would vote for Trump. They walking around scared, crying, nervous, and they were forever Trumpers. But on a personal note, I'm a diabetic and I'm on Medicare. And when Joe Biden was in there, my insulin was $6 for 28 days supply. I just went to CVS to get my new supply. It went back up to $80. They said because the American Recovery Act was canceled, so it went from $6 to $80. So I don't know if anybody else out there on Medicare.
All of this is going on. Donald Trump is out there giving speeches that he and Elon Musk want to go into Fort Knox and inspect Fort Knox and go into the mountains and see if they can find gold.
Yes. The rich billionaires want to inspect the treasure. They think they're pirates. And they don't have a clue what a real pirate is. Not everybody's the brightest bulb. That looks like somebody is ready for her Saturday video. So, gotta get that short going really quickly. Very good one. Yay. Ah. Damn it. Well, that failed. We ran out of short time. Really seconds before she went and attacked it. Damn it. I'm not going to turn it back off. It's been off, and you just got to turn it back on. It'll be late to be nice to my kitty. I think I'm going to go grab the rest of that mocha out the fridge.
What the hell are these morons even talking about? Your playlist clip.
But we're actually going to Fort Knox because I want to see, do we have the gold? Do we still have whatever it is, tons of gold. I hope we do. Would that be disappointing? Fort Knox. You go up here about Fort Knox, you can't get in, you can't even see it. Nobody.
Yeah, because he's running on his old conspiracy theory of Fort Knox is empty. Don't remember how long ago he started spreading that one. That was Obama time, I think. I heard eee. I'm like, what's that? Okay. Yeah, and Donald Trump had spread a rumor that they had taken all the gold out of Fort Knox without saying anything to the people. I quite remember that one. And he tried creating stink about it, and it didn't go very far before. I guess now that he's in power, he wants to check out that theory himself. Again.
He sees it. You go to the place is dry. Would that be terrible? There's another one. Maybe you should go with us to that one. But we're going to go in there, and pretty soon they can open the doors to Fort Knox. If any governor would like to go with us, would you want to go with us on that one, Ron? That could be good. Could be interesting. Can you imagine we open it up and there's no gold? Well, I think there will be. For one reason, it's really heavy. You know, you steal a bar of gold, you got to be strong. So it's not.
What? With that statement, Trump is either weak or doesn't know how heavy a bar of gold is. A gold ingot weighs just as much as a silver ingot of the same size. They're done by weight. The value differs, not the size. This is why we shouldn't have basic people that don't understand the world around them up in positions of power. This is a prime example why someone like me should not be up there. Even though, yeah, I'm more intelligent and would think about this shit. Because not even I have the understandings of the system in ins and outs down. I've just got a lot better idea than at least Donald Trump, which is sad. I shouldn't have a better idea of that shit than he does. Someone where I'm at shouldn't know how to run the government better than the president at any given point in time. Just saying.
Like other things.
But there's Elon with chainsaws making a mockery of the cruelty of firing people who have dedicated their lives to our country. Many who are veterans, working now in federal agencies to support our government. They've made the ultimate sacrifice. In the military, and now they're working in the federal government. Just hardworking people in the federal government in general. And now we got these.
I would hate the job. I would be, for the most part, pretty damn miserable. The only thing that would bring me solace would be to see you guys succeed. That would be the only thing. Quite literally, that'd be the only thing that would make that worth it for me. to see my countrymen succeed equally. Now, I don't expect to get them to see each other as straight up equals. Racism is still a very big thing here. For real. I am not unaware. But no, I'm not. I won't put up with the racism to the extent of you're acting out against people.
Asshole billionaires out there who are going through our crap and who are firing.
And that's definitely something I'd be taking care of if I got up there. Millionaires and millionaires. Yeah, no. If I was president, those motherfuckers would be running for the hills. Me as president, those motherfuckers would have a target on their back. I mean, for real. Every corporation would be removed from them and not sold, but found new ownership, figuratively speaking. A lot of people wouldn't care for it, but it'd become a government-owned business that is run, operated, and ruled by those local people. They make the rules for the business. They run it. The government's just the one that happens to own it. That's it. That's where the government's involvement ends. After they find the people to run it, that's it. No, figuratively. Bit more support to make sure the business stays running and shit doesn't just collapse. Not just a takeover, give, and have a nice day. A takeover, this is how you run the business. This is what you're going to need to do to keep it up. Here's the contacts. And some of those big businesses would be fucking broken up. I would be pushing for more infrastructure for sure. Our infrastructure isn't good. It's not hell. It's not garbage. But it's not good. Bridges, roads, of course, rail and air travel. Freaking internet. That's a big one. I would be the asshole that would sit there and turn the internet into a utility. And I would also change the way the utilities are working. I'm not okay with utilities having the ability to be a monopoly. I am not okay with the fact that one power company provides power for almost the entire state. And there are not other smaller companies. Competition. The way I see it, if you want to sit there and have exuberantly high prices, well, you're going to deal with competition. You're not going to have that safety net of not having competition. I am not a person for the businesses, I'm a person for the people. There would be checks, a bit more check over some of the bank work. Not individual branch shit, but more particular people and their interactions with the banks. And unless I have a reason, I won't go after a group. I won't go after people that work in the bank. I've got no reason for it. I'm not going to go after the bank unless I have a reason. Unless I've got cold hard proof that I could go to a judge and get a warrant. If I wasn't a president. I was just an officer of the law. That's just it. If I get up into a place of that kind of being, it's not about me. It's about you guys. I'm making sure that you guys have what you need. You guys aren't getting fucked over or stereotyped into a fucking jail cell. That's another thing that we changed. The privatization of prisons will be fucking gone. That would be state government done. Too many times. Too many. Private prisons disregard civil rights of inmates. These rights, they have even though they're in there. And that's the right to healthy and proper food. Not guys in the kitchen having to go, hey, this bag says not fit for human consumption. Or actually opening up cans of dog food. That's not acceptable. Not at all. And, bro, Italian food is good breakfast. And really good lunch. That's why I like Italian and Mexican foods as much as I do. They're good cold. Or they're great leftovers. Either way. No, and on some things I would have to fight with the citizens, and I know it. Like, all the people that have a problem with single-payer health care. That would be something I would have to fight about. But it'd be better for everybody. For everyone to have their health care covered and not have to worry about paying for your prescription medications or paying for your doctor's visit, that fucking copay that you have to pay for through insurance. Or your insurance not covering a medical procedure you need. That shit's not okay either. Why do you guys think Luigi is such a thing? The dude stood up. Luigi's one of the brave ones. And I know he knew what he was getting into. You don't make that decision and not know what's going on. Stop, Len. Monster. You free monster. Mm-hmm. You. You don't. For real. That's not a rash decision. And if you couldn't tell, Luigi had been planning. Luigi's going down in history, no matter who doesn't like it. Luigi's going down in history as someone who took a stand. As a person of the people. Not Donald Trump. So those of you who support Donald Trump, think about that for a minute. Because that's who's going to be remembered, not Donald. It's going to be the little guy who took the big action and big risk to take out the big jackass that was causing death by the stroke of a pen with no regard whatsoever. Yeah, Luigi is a hero. And he took out one nasty fucking villain. A villain that's become normalized in today's society. One that we've been told to accept. Because it's not going to change. Guess what? It's going to change whether you like it or not. Because there are many more of us out here like Luigi. Who are slowly getting fed up. And to a point of extremes. Case in point, the Salem Tesla dealership. Since yesterday, I've been kind of putting a message out. Don't fuck with Oregon. Yesterday, I didn't realize that it was the Salem dealership, not the Portland one. Which is a bigger deal. Portland is our rowdy spot. Not Salem. Salem's our bureaucrat place. When something like that's happening in Salem, yeah, the people have had enough. And they're not looking to play nice. Play nice time is over. I thought it was Portland. I thought you guys were still only poking the bee's nest. No, you done poked it. You're not getting ready to. You done poked it. At least that one. They doing that shit in Salem? Yeah, you poked it. My evaluation was wrong. You did not. You were not trying. You were not about to poke the African killer bee's nest. You damn well did poke the African killer bee's nest. And you just got a warning shot. Elon, you just got a small nip. They're African killer bees, bud. You came from over there. You should know what they are. You should know how much shit you're in. But you don't. You're too blinded by your own ego. Your own self-righteousness. I want to feel sorry for you. I want to. But I can't. Not even close. Yeah, y'all done fucked up. And I thought it was soon enough that there might have been able to do something to save you from the outcome in which you were asking for, but I'm not perfect. And I was wrong. No, you already done pissed off the bees. And now they are going to eat your ass. I'm just curious to see how they decide they want to do it. I gave a little nudge in the right direction. But that's all I do. I watch and give guidance. I hope the bees listen to me and spare your lives. But there's only so much you can talk to a pissed off cloud of bees that they're actually going to listen. Like any living creature, when something's pissed off, if you want to guide or whatnot, you have to provide incentive. I know how to provide that incentive. And I've been nudging it. Because Trump, Elon, both of you are extremely weak men. I mean, extremely. Holy shit. You are so weak in the head, it's ridiculous. One of the reasons why I tell people not to leave me in a room with you two. Oh no, that's fine. Is because even if I am nice enough not to, or let me rephrase that, strong enough not to lose my shit, and in both of you, right then and there, which would be far too fucking easy, and I do mean far too fucking easy. Y'all think you're gods and untouchable, and it's amusing. Because you're weak, pathetic, tiny, poor excuses for human beings. And I could easily do away with my own two hands. I don't need a weapon or a tool. Never mind the fact that I could use your own fucking clothing as a weapon to kill you with it. I have that knowledge. But leaving me in a room too long with you guys, if I'm strong enough not to fucking kill you, I would drive you insane. And I would enjoy doing it. I'm not typically one for torture. But I make few exceptions. Small people like you, the easiest way to torture you is your mind. Because you don't have any defenses. You two are so easily manipulated. And I mean easily manipulated. I could go either one of the two of you into a fight, a physical fight, without issue. And all it would take is that first assault. And then intelligence comes with a cost. That cost is rather dark. Yeah, it is. All right, everybody. We are going to end today's news segment. Well, as always, it's more than just a news segment. It wouldn't be me if I couldn't keep my mouth shut. I would have. Until tomorrow, everybody, keep praying everybody keeps coming up for air. Once again, from an anti-religion guy, pray to your fucking deities. If you don't have deities, pray to the universe. If you don't pray, just send out vibes. Because that's what prayer is vibe. Until then, later everybody.